This grinding machine is a machine that is used to grind raw materials, solid materials to finer particles or in smaller particles. Then we have types of grinding mill machines. We have grinding mills can be categorized based on their working principles and application areas.
Hazard related to grinding site. We have the physical hazard. Under the physical hazard, we have rotating equipment. The moving parts of grinding mill, such as rollers, hammers, and grinding wheel, can cause severe injuries if workers come into contact with them. Thus, let me cite an example based on the grinding side of it. The shafts, while grinding, because some people are actually using their hands to press some of the materials while grinding. Like one man that showed us his fingernails, the shafts chop off his fingernails because of using of his hands in pressing the product. So rotating materials affect our physical body when in contact with them. Then we have noise pollution. High decibel level from grinding machine can lead to hearing loss and discomfort from workers, because most of these grinding machines, they have a lot of sound. So while constantly working with them, noise pollution. High decibel level from grinding machine can lead to hearing loss and discomfort for workers. Then we have vibration. Prolonged exposure to vibration from machinery can lead to hand arm vibration syndrome, that's the HAVS, and other muscular disorders. Spillage of materials, oil, or water can make surface slippery, leading to accidents. In aspect of lifting heavy materials to the grinding machine, it might affect our muscle stress. Then in some instances, some of the industry using machines to produce or manufacture some of these things. If some of the chemicals come in contact with our body, it affects the body and it causes fire explosion. Environmental hazards, air pollution. Emission from grinding operations contribute to air pollution, affecting nearby communities. Like, let's cite an example. Even our local grinding machine that we are using here, some of the grains that we used to grind, if we check, it used to emit some dust into the atmosphere, and when in contact it affects our health. Then we have water contamination. Improper disposal of waste material, pollen and lubricants can pollute our water sources. Like in most cases, once this oil from grinding machine split on the floor, if we check, plants don't grow there. Even if you farm, nothing good will be out from there. So it affects our soil too. Then the consequence of grinding mill hazard, we have health issues, chronic respiratory disease, hearing impairment, skin disease, and musculoskeletal disorder. Then workplace accident, injuries or fatality, environmental damage, pollution of air, water, soil, affecting biodiversity and human settlement. Then we have hazard control measures, machinery control, machine guiding, installing protective guard around moving parts to prevent accidental contact, ventilation system, implementing dust extraction system to minimize airborne particles, noise reduction measures, using soundproofs. Then we have the administrative control, regular training, train workers on how to handle those machines to avoid those hazards. Then we have workplace signals. Then our personal protective equipment, then energy preparedness.
So what did you discover? What are the hazards that you are looking at?
We are able to identify because of the vibration it can cause maybe it can vibrate and cause maybe a demolition of some residential houses around, which they're supposed to fix it a little far from residential areas, and they don't use their PPE, their personal protective equipment, which during grinding they're supposed to use their nose mask to cover up their nostrils from dust going into their respiratory tracts, and they don't use goggles to cover up their face, to our eyes, to prevent it from being affected by the dust, and they don't use their aprons. Aprons affect their skin too, so they're supposed to use their aprons to cover up their body, and using of their rain boots that can cover their legs, because sometimes they are moving parts in the machines that can, in the wheels, so it will hit them and cause a physical injury in their.
How many areas, how many sites did you visit?
10 sites.
10? Where?
Here in Kivu.
In Kevon. Okay. So you visited 10 sites in Kevon. And did you discover that they have similar issues? All of them?
Yes.
Okay, so what did you tell them?
Okay, we visited the site and we discovered most of the issues they have are similar. So the advice we gave them was that they should try by all means to provide themselves with their personal protective equipment in order to protect their bodies from all these injuries and hazards. While some of them complain that in a situation whereby they don't have the means to provide those things, how would they do? So we actually advise them that this one is in respect to their own health. So ADVOCACY is an institution or an organization that before you open, you have to register. Definitely you have to provide all those things. But since this grinding machine, just family, someone will just buy and start grinding, then they should try by all means, at least they are getting money from the grinding they are doing. They should try by all means to provide those personal protective equipment for their own health.
What are your recommendations?
Okay. We recommend them when we went to that place. We saw one man, he was using his hand to pushing the grain that is grinding. So we advise him that he should not be using his hands for unforeseen circumstances. Maybe the hand may cut off, so we advise him that it's better for him to go and buy maybe a wood on a stick, using it and be pushing it, advisable like that. And also we discovered that when he was grinding the millet and some guinea corns like that, we discovered that there are some oil spill that normally come out, either some grease, and it normally affects the food that he normally. So we advise him that if there's any way that he can do for anything that he can support that, so that the oil is not going to be dropping on the grain, because it's going to affect those people that are consuming it. Those are some of the recommendations we gave it to them. And also we advise them that they should, if it's possible, they should use maybe a small room that they are going to be putting their engine, because of the too much noise, to provide maybe to reduce the noise, because when we went to that place, we discovered most of the grinding machines are being sited in a residential area, and people are living in that place. Maybe you want to sleep, because of the too much noise, you will not be able to sleep. So we advise them that if it's possible, they should build a small house with a ventilation, maybe a cross ventilation. That is a window that ventilation is going to be coming in. And we also advise them that they should use personal protective equipment like face mask to avoid the dust, so that it's not going to affect their respiratory organs.
That's beautiful. Can we clap for them? You see, these are things that is happening around us, isn't it? And nobody is paying attention. And you can.
Yes, there are real challenges we face because the grinding environment, just as we explained, some of the hazards, the production while producing or grinding, the dust. So customers that comes around, they might be affected too with those dust. And if you check, like us that used to go and grind, there are some people that if they are grinding for them, they will go and be putting their hands on and be pressing the grains, which it might affect them.
What are the solutions?
So the solution for customers coming to grind is that once you brought your grains to the grinding site, it's not advisable for you to stay close to the environment. You go far away, or you can go back home. If they finish, then you come back and pick your oils and
Now you're saying that we should tell the customer to stay away, isn't it? That is just the best. It's just that, most of these occupations, people just operate it on a low scale, and also people just do it for domestic purposes, and nobody is paying attention to that. If not, there should be even a strict rule. If you are afraid that they will steal your grains, when they steal it, the person should be responsible for it, isn't it? And when you want to give branding, you should also give, okay, this is what I want to do and this is what is needed. If not, you end up exposing yourself to danger in the name that you are protecting your grains.